Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about a brand new 500 direct deposit bonus opportunity I just learned about watching another video on YouTube. Definitely going to give a shout out to that user at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and dive into the details here. So, pretty much how it works, these banks across the United States want your direct deposit, right? For whatever reason, whether it's fractional reserve or, fractional banking, where they can 10x your direct deposit and lend it out, whatever it is, all of these banks are actively giving out bonuses to users to switch to come and use their banks. Just go look it up. Like there's Chase, Bank of America. I mean, pretty much every bank out there that is big enough is spending a lot of marketing money in the form of new direct deposit bonuses for people to start using their bank. So this is a great side hustle that, I've used over the years, and it's a great way to, just redirect, so how it works, right? You just redirect your job, your business's paycheck into, banks that are offering direct deposit bonuses. There's tons out there. So in this particular example and this $500 opportunity, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. The big thing is just to read the fine print. Make sure you're following all the requirements, you're following all the rules. Typically it takes, some banks are faster than others, but this particular one's going to take somewhere between 60 and 90 days before you get your bonus. But either way, $500 is $500. So pretty solid. So the bank that we are talking about today is going to be Bank of America. So they are offering, three separate options. It's either $100, $300, or $500. You have to open a new eligible checking account and make qualifying direct deposits to earn your cash bonus. These are the three bank accounts that they offer currently, to my knowledge. I was watching another video and he said to not do this one that's $4.95, but just do these two. We may have to look at the terms and details to make sure, but for some reason I think he was saying if you do this option, you won't be eligible for the bonus. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do this advanced plus banking. It's a $12 monthly fee. If you don't, there's like 3 or 4 different options that you pretty much have to do in order to avoid that maintenance fee, which I think it's only like the direct depositing $250 a month. So pretty easy to do there. So how to qualify, right? So we'll open the website here in a second, but there's some more details on it. So only new checking customers can take advantage of this offer. You open a new eligible checking account through this offer January 31st of 2026. Set up and receive qualifying direct deposits into your new account within 90 days of account opening. Your bonus account will be based on the total amount of qualifying direct deposits received in the first 90 days. So those 3 tiers are $2,000 if you're able to direct deposit $2,000 over 90 days. They will give you a $100 cash bonus. $5,000 is equivalent to $300, and then $10,000 is their biggest bonus of $500. So if you've met all requirements in 90 days after opening, we'll attempt to deposit your bonus into your new eligible account within 60 days. So looks like you have a 90-day window to direct deposit as much as you possibly can. Once you do that, within 60 days, they're going to give you that bonus. So there's a little bit of a time delay there, but it is what it is. Bank of America Advantage Safe Balance Banking for family banking accounts are not eligible for this offer. So maybe this is kind of what they are referencing, just to be safe. Just to use those 2 other bank account options is maybe why. And then lastly, shout out to this user on YouTube, Bank Account Bonus Central. They have some really awesome videos. They're constantly talking about obviously bank account bonuses, but you got brokerage account bonuses, credit card bonuses, and so forth. So if you're looking for a side hustle to make some money from these direct deposit bonuses, definitely go check out their channel. Okay, so coming over to the Bank of America pretty much bonus page. I'll leave this in the description down below so you can go to it. But kind of what we already talked about, they have a range of $100, $300, or $500. They have 3 bank accounts. Like we talked about, I'm going to select this one whenever I do this offer. Just to be safe, they mentioned safe balance banking for family banking accounts. So I don't think exactly this is what they're talking about, but it could be, a potential disqualifying event there. So just to be safe, I'm going to use this one. So qualifying direct deposits, just to kind of confirm what that is. See if I can zoom in for you guys here. I cannot. So qualifying direct deposit, you can't just transfer it from another bank. It has to be, a salary, a pension, Social Security benefit, which are made by your employer or other payer using an account and routing numbers that you provide to them. Examples of non-qualifying would be transfers, deposits, include the following: teller deposits, wire transfers, debit card transfers, and so forth. So just kind of a disclaimer there. But yeah, it looks like that's the extent of it. Just make sure, you come down here and read the requirements just to make sure you're not missing out on anything specifically. But yeah, for the most part, it seems like a pretty straightforward offer. It is going to take a couple months, right? So that's the only downside, but it is what it is. $500 is $500. So that's going to be it though, guys. Once again, we wanted to talk about this opportunity Bank of America is offering for all new customers. So you can pretty much earn anywhere between $100 to $500. If this is something interested in you and you're going to, try to do this offer, definitely let me know down below. Kind of curious to see if anyone else is interested in doing these types of offers out there. Would love to hear any feedback or any other opportunities you guys are currently doing. This year, I think this is probably my second or third one, but previous years I've done a lot more. It just, every 12 months, the idea with this is, you get your bonus, you wait a certain amount of time, you close the account, and then once you close the account, you have to wait 12 months. But after 12 months, you can essentially do this again. So there's definitely opportunity there with that. This year is a little bit slower every year for me because, last year just included closing a lot of accounts, but this next following year, I'm going to have a lot more opportunities to pretty much reopen a lot of the bank accounts that I had closed previously. So hope that helps. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below. And as always, thanks for staying. If you guys are still here, please like and subscribe down below.